Ultimate elevations, blessings be upon you. Glory be to the Lord Jehovah Jah for sure. Thank you for tuning in with me, Black God, here on my channel, Black Therapy. And today, guess what, guys? We're talking about creating content, successful content. I'm getting straight to the point like a snitch on trial. All right. Number one, I need to let you know what you're up against. You're up against the algorithm, you're up against AI, and you're up against elite individuals of these platforms that want to remain successful. All right? You have to understand that it's a game. And to win the game, you have to understand the rules. And to understand how to rule, you have to step back and observe. Okay? This is why I have been explaining to people. For 4 years, I just watched the game. All right? I've learned certain things by myself. God brought me around other people that knew things behind the clock, behind the curtain. And I took that and I ran with it. And for me, at my level, I'm successful. Okay? That's what you have to understand, that is your level of success. A lot of people get into this competition of competing with other people. All right? I'm gonna keep it real and authentic with you guys. I love you and you say you love me. All right. So that's why my content succeeds. Why? Because we're identical. My gift is motivating, leading, inspiring, telling truths. Glory be unto the Lord. And I'm authentic with it. That's why I don't have to do what everybody else is doing, because here goes the tip, guys. I know my garden. Anytime, if you try to run an ad, they say what demographic you want. See, I know my demographic, the spiritual, the strong, and those that are meant to understand. Anything out of that source, I'm not concerned with. That's why I don't have to tap dance. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I want to help my loved ones, so you're not tap dancing. That's harlotry. You feel what I'm saying? That's harlotry. You don't need to be out here trying to sell yourself. You should just be exposing yourself and allowing your people that are like you to embrace you. When you understand your demographic, it's going to make everything much easier for you. I understand you might look at other people and say like, oh, that works for them. That works for them. It's not going to work for you. And most of the stuff that I'm talking about is really directed to people that want to motivate, want to inspire, that want to talk to the world. If you want to share your testimony, that's on you. Whatever it is, it's more so of a converse, a communication. You feel me? That's the type of people that I'm talking to. I know how to run that. Glory be unto the Lord. And yeah, like I think I said already, be authentic. You feel me? A lot of people are nervous. You got to remember, it's social media. So be you. Socialize with you. The people that are equivalent to your life, the people that want what you have to give, because that's the same thing they're trying to give. And you're gonna flourish. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people that I see, they're just throwing content out there and hoping that it gets views. Can we talk about views for a quick second? I hope that you guys know that everything is a mockery of the Lord, okay? But don't let that deter you. Everything everything has been learned from our God, okay? And they use it, they branch off and they do what they do with it. All right? But what you have to understand is that it's smoke and mirrors. And that's why, like I said, I try my best, you know what I'm saying? It saddens me that people don't use their wisdom like God says. You feel me? But don't chase the views. Don't chase nothing. Just have fun. I tell people all the time, just have fun. Put your content out there. All right? People are always looking at the views. The views mean nothing. You know why? Because it's bots. And I think by now, 2025, we should know that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just to let you feel like you're doing something, to keep you keeping their social media active. And that's what's sad. That's why I said people know the truth and they don't want to explain it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell y'all. So don't worry about the views. All right? I'm gonna show y'all how to get real views. Glory be unto the Lord. Just make sure your content is worth watching. Another thing that people do is they do too much. And you don't leave room for them to want to embrace you. See, 15 to 20 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds, but never go over 60. But if you're first starting out, I highly recommend that you just do 15 to 30 seconds. Why? Because why are you wasting your time talking for 60 seconds or talking for an hour or 3 minutes just because it's allotted? You're wasting your time. The first thing you want to do is plant your seeds. You want to introduce yourself to the world. Why are you they and now you know the world, they're short-minded. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they have reels. That's why I have TikTok. That's why they have shorts. Because people, unlike us, they just want a quick little look, okay? And then if it's something that intrigues them, they'll follow you, they'll check your stuff out. But if you have 15 to 13-second videos, they can swipe through and be like, oh, and that's how you get your views. You feel what I'm saying? If you're talking for 3 minutes, it's like, all right, bro, you're doing too much. You want that 3 minutes here with your loved ones who really want to get deep with you. But when you're building your garden, you just want to introduce yourself to the world. And it needs to be something quick. Glory be unto the Lord. Then when you build your garden, you can go 60 seconds. Why? Because you have somebody that'll share it. You'll have a garden of people that'll repost it. Glory be unto the Lord. I'm not holding back nothing from y'all. If you go back and watch my content, watch the 15-second videos. Them go up about 300K. No cap. 300,000. You feel what I'm saying? And then I'll come back with a 60-second video. Glory be unto the Lord. I'm only talking to y'all about the intro to making contents. I'll come back later because I don't want to bombard you with so much. But be authentic, 15 to 30 seconds. Don't worry about the views and don't worry about the following. Okay? That's why people are not trusting me right now, because the world has brainwashed them to worry about views and worry about following. When these brand deal people run out and they want to collab and stuff, that's the first thing that they look at. But when you try to advertise something, look at the numbers then. They don't push it when you try to advertise anything. And that's what I have been showing you guys throughout the months, is so when you go back and fact check what I'm talking about, look at the ones where I'm just motivating y'all. That's cool. But look at the ones where I'm telling people to come to the YouTube or whatever. Look at the numbers. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, well, the numbers are up. What did I just tell you about the numbers? That's bots. You understand what I'm saying? I know what they doing. And I'm just telling y'all the truth because y'all want the truth. So when you're just having fun and you're like, oh, post it, close it, and go back to whatever you were doing, don't worry about it. Your people, if you say God is in charge, y'all, then God is in charge. I only found y'all because God wanted y'all to find me. Glory be unto the Lord. But if that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't get caught in the algorithm. Don't get caught into AI. Okay? 15 to 30-second videos. Whatever it is. If you're talking about God, even with the Bible, when you're talking about the scripture, take the scripture, say the scripture, and summarize the scripture within 15 seconds and say it as if you're talking to yourself. Say it as if you have somewhere to go and you need somebody just to get straight to the point. Okay, boom. Excuse me. If they want more, then they could come to your YouTube, right? Now, do you see why I want y'all to come to YouTube? Because you can't put all your ducks in one row. And then people are trying to fight to get into the creator content program and all this stuff, and they love that. It's putting more money in their pocket that everybody's trying to fight for $1,000 or whatever they're trying to give. That's harlotry. And don't do that. I don't get caught. I'm not a part of their programs. Are you understand what I'm saying? That's another reason why my numbers get to go up, because they ain't got to pay me. Glory be unto the Lord. When they ain't got to pay you, yeah, cool, whatever. That's why I tell people, or the ones that work with me, get to a following level that you can be comfortable with, where you know that these are active people. That's why I always tell y'all, put a profile picture, because I like to know my people by name and face, that I know them. Like, okay, these are real people. All right, boom, I love them. Everybody else, like, whatever they are. Back up out of that, okay? Authenticness, know what you're trying to talk about, 15, 30-second videos. Once you start getting that boom, 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 then you could extend it to 60 seconds. But anything after 60 seconds, they're not sharing it with nobody. I promise you that. A lot of people be sitting there like, oh, why my stuff? Because you're just starting out. You really don't have an active fan base or an active family base or whatever you want to call it, active garden. You don't really have it, so it's not going nowhere. After two, you know why? Because the algorithm only works with a certain level second, where they could try to mess with your mentality. But if you're talking for 3 minutes, it's like we can't really push that. We can't really make it look like we pushing that. But once you get into the K's, You have enough people that'll push it if they really interested in what you're talking about, and they think the world is interested in what they're talking about. But that's why I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm here for my loved ones, and that's why I have YouTube, because now we can unify. And when you drop content, I could add it to one of these videos and add it into the description, and now we can share each other's stuff, and now it's easier for you to go viral. That's the thing that everybody's chasing, is virality. You understand what I'm saying? It's virality. Everybody wants to go viral. It's like a little theme, like, oh, you know, glory be unto the Lord. But if you have 600 people pushing your video every day, you're gonna go viral every day. And you know what's gonna happen? True talk. They're gonna say they're gonna say you something with your God. I promise you. They're gonna say community guidelines. Even though you didn't do nothing, and you know why? Because you're messing up the algorithm. I'm trying to tell y'all could believe me or not. You're messing up the algorithm. But it's gonna be okay. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be okay. But they have to limit it. You have the whole world on these social media sites. Do you really think they can just open the door and let it? No. Do you really think they'll let 200,000 people come over to YouTube with me? No. That's why we have to bind together and work together. There's a lot of people out here that have great content, but you're not taking your time with it. You feel what I'm saying? You're trying to rush it because you're trying to compete. When you don't need to compete, you just need to unify. You understand what I'm saying? I worked with 5 people to show a point. One person started a new page and they skyrocketed it off their probably first 3 videos. The other ones already had pages, and they kept going with that momentum, and they started to go viral at certain levels. When you start to go viral on a video, let that thing breathe, and then just make more content, and then wait 2 or 3 days and then come back. Boom. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all are trying to fight against a machine. Everybody's trying to fight against a machine, and y'all need to go watch The Matrix. And they be like, Black, how do you do it? Do y'all not see how many pages I got? That's what I'm saying. How dedicated are you trying to be to it? And that's why I did that, because I'm like, coming up, I didn't have nobody to push my stuff like that. I didn't have no, and I still don't. I just have my loved ones, y'all. You feel me? And that's why I'm turning the tables and trying to support y'all. But you got to do it. You got to have something to push. You have to have something that the world will want. Glory be unto the Lord, because once they see 600 people sharing and reposting, that algorithm is going to open up. The AI is going to say, oh, the world wants to see this, and it's going to push it. Mark my words. You see what I'm saying? Mark my words. And we're going to try this after this video. I'm going to show you. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody can go viral. And when you have a church, a body, and everybody's just supporting each other because we have love for one another, it's not going to be hard for you to enter into the programs. It's not going to be hard for you to be seen by the ones that want to collaborate and partner. It's not going to be hard. And people going to be like, how did you do it? And then just show them the same thing I'm showing y'all when it comes to the content. You understand what I'm saying? But what I want is us to just stay bound and married and keep it inside the circle. Because why do you want to go out there with the darkness with people who are going to take your greatness, manipulate you out of it, drain you out of it, and then throw you back to the curb? You see it all the time. You see what I'm saying? But if you just share your stuff with your loved ones and we all repost it, you do your own thing. You understand what I'm saying? Glory be unto the Lord. Now, this is one thing that people don't know, and I'm going to tell y'all. Glory be unto the Lord. Keywords. Before I get to the keywords, let me say this. Hold on. Before I get to the keywords. You know how they be sitting there saying, oh, hashtags don't make no difference. It do. Please listen to me when I say it do. Glory be unto the Lord. I'm going to say it one more time. It do. And whatever hashtags you use, keep them forever. And I'm going to put the hashtags down below in the description box. And I need you guys to start looking at the description box so you don't miss nothing. Okay? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you the hashtags that I use. Glory be unto the Lord. It's going to make a difference. If you have a messed up page, I'm going to tell you right now, reset it. Make a whole new page and start over. For one, nobody's looking at your page. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like I told y'all, you do what you want to do. Start a new page. I don't care you at 2,000. I don't care if you at 3,000. It's not hurting. You're doing it right. And you got a whole group of people that's going to share your stuff once we get some good content, okay? and start fresh and use these hashtags, okay? Right? I would say write these times down, but everybody lives in a different time zone, okay? As y'all seen, I've been pushing because I'm trying to show y'all, bro. I'm trying to show y'all the difference from every platform. Why do I like YouTube? Because it's authentic. I know who's looking at me. It's my loved ones. It's luminaries of the throne. It's people that are on what I'm on. That's why I don't mind sharing y'all stuff, working with y'all, and partnering with y'all. I'm it's authentic. You understand what I'm saying? Those numbers at the bottom are authentic. They're real people. Glory be unto the Lord. They're pure-hearted people. Glory be unto the Lord. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Instagram is cool. They ain't really as you know what I'm saying? They don't really put a limit as much as TikTok do. TikTok, oh my God. The limit on that is so crazy. Their algorithm and their AI and their keywords. You know how when you're in your DM, you can sit there and tell the DM like if these words come up, block it or spam them or whatever. That's the same thing that they got, y'all. So when you're using keywords, it's like, oh nope. I'm trying to tell y'all on Elohim, you ain't gotta believe me, bro. Now, before I get back to that, the hashtags. What messes people up is you keep switching your hashtags. If those hashtags work for you and your video did number, just keep it. Remember the time that you posted and post at that time. Now, also remember this. Put yourself in the audience role. When do you get up in the morning? When are you scrolling in the morning? That's when you need to post. When is the next time you start scrolling? That's when you need to post. When is the last time you start scrolling? You need to post before that hour comes or a little bit before that hour starts. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. I posted at so many different times to see which ones work. And then you got to also understand, okay, summer, winter, all these different seasons because things change. And once you change with the seasons, it's always going to work for you. Glory be unto the Lord. It's definitely going to work for you if you're binding with me and listening and heeding what I'm saying. It's always going to work. But don't listen to these people like, oh, no, the hashtags don't matter. So why do they still pop up then? Exactly. But if everybody's using it, then it's not going to work. I keep trying to explain to people. If everybody's, what happened with the PP loans? It went criminal, right? It really started as a good thing, and then everybody started sharing that information, and people turned it into something, right? And then it was like, all right, we got to start locking people up, right? So what do you think happening when everybody's sharing the algorithm and whatever works for them amongst the masses? They got to start locking it up. They got to start changing stuff because if you have all these people working together and everybody starts building into that program, there's not going to be enough money to go around. Are you understand what I'm saying? That's why they had to start limiting stuff. When social media first came out, that's how fast people were going viral. It wasn't hard to hit 1.5 million on a video. Now people are fighting for it because now people getting paid for it. And when they got to start paying people, they can change things to accommodate them more than you. Just make it look like they're working so they don't give up. But it's a fake motivation. That's why I love YouTube. And I just love posting content. If it go viral, cool. If it don't, cool. Whoever the message is supposed to go to is going to go to. But what I'm telling you is if you just listen to me, if you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, just assume everybody else is waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But are they ready to scroll? No. Probably at 7, probably at 8. So you will want to get your video up at 9. Glory be unto the Lord. When do people take break? Probably around 12, 1, 2. So around that time frame, when it's people off and their kids are chilling and they're on their phones for a period of time, probably 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Just be authentic. 15, 20, 30-second videos. Build and just be you, bro. You know what I'm saying, sis? Just be you. I see people posting videos of food. That's not doing that, bro. That's good for Facebook, but I'm talking about real content. I'm talking about people that really want to make content and really make it a living. But one thing you need to understand is that God still needs to remain in the center of it. Don't be like them. because you're going to commit a sin. And when God sees that you care more about social media and you say you honor him, I'm trying to tell y'all the truth, bro. Y'all are not like those people. I try being like them. It don't work, bro. I'm trying to save my brothers and sisters. It don't work, bro. God, like, that's not you, Davery. You authentic. That's why it works for me. I'm trying to tell you, it works for me. I talk about things that I would want my loved ones to understand based off of their faith and their spiritual growth and truth that they're supposed to live by. I don't have to follow the trends. If you follow the trends, know this, it's a trend. So they're gonna jump off your bandwagon. They're not gonna keep going to your page if it's a trend and everybody else is doing it. If you're doing the mimicking thing, it might work. It may get you to a certain level, but they're not gonna come back to you all the time if somebody else is doing what you're doing and doing it better. That's what I'm saying. Be you. Use your gift. People in this world right now wants positivity and peace. Now is a great time for you to start talking your peace and using the power in your tongue. Are you understand what I'm saying? Even when you're doing things with the Lord, look how many people are going viral because they're making Christian music or music that glorifies the Lord, but it's still hip hop and it's still banging because people want God, but they don't want to change who they truly are. And you don't have to change who you truly are because God made you who you are. And they're going viral. They're going crazy. They're going platinum. They're dropping that. You see what I'm saying? They're getting the deals that they want. And that's what I'm telling y'all, bro. That's what I'm telling y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. You just got to observe the world. And these people are observing the world. And then look what happened. Now everybody want to talk about God. Now everybody trying to make a Christian song. Call me a liar or call me the truth. It's up to you. But I'm observing the world. I say, see, this is how God is going to get all needs to bow to him. There's power in his name. And mark my words, when people start to fall off and their numbers start to go low and they start losing those deals, what's the first thing they do? You know what, guys? This is God talking to me, guys. Yeah, God is telling me. And then they start to boost up again. I'm trying to tell y'all. And then when they go and get that number again and viral again, here come a new brand deal. And the last thing they do, I just want to thank God and I want to thank y'all. And then give it some months. Go watch them again. I guarantee they're not talking about God no more. I guarantee God is not the forefront no more. I guarantee it. Kanye is the perfect example of that. I don't care. That everybody be doing it. Anytime they fall off. I told y'all about that Rick and Morty episode. When they got too, like it was about to defeat them, he said, come on, Morty, let's play Jesus Christ. Come on, Morty, Jesus Christ coming. That's what they do. That's what they do. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. They open that Bible up, they do whatever they do, and they're like, all right, cool, I got. But if you're really authentic with the Lord, he gonna give you hidden treasures and hidden secrets to talk about and confident things to expose to the world. 15, 30, 60. And then come over to YouTube. I'll help you break it down and just let the Spirit lead and you good to go. You understand what I'm saying? But I know y'all are truly for the Lord. I know you truly care to spread positivity and light into the world. That's why I want to partner with you. So you ain't got to be like them. You can stay authentic. You can stay true to your word. And you can stay true to the God that created the word that you're using to create him a greater kingdom of authenticness and truth. Glory be unto the Lord. So now you know authenticness, demographic, hashtags, time zones. Don't fight the algorithm. Okay? I don't know if I'm ready to tell y'all key words. You know what I'm saying? Glory be unto the Lord. There's keywords that will boost it up, and there's keywords that'll build it down. You feel me? Glory be unto the Lord. Build it down. They gonna put that thing in hell. You like, dang, why my numbers went low? I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't telling me right now? Because I don't think y'all ready for that right now. We need to work on content. We need to make sure that y'all have content. Okay? So I'm gonna help you with just creating simple content. Imagine yourself sitting at a table with yourself. What would you want to talk about? I always wake up, I say, how am I feeling today? If I'm feeling this way, then somebody else may be feeling this way. I felt this way before. There's somebody in the world that is that old version of me that needs to hear this greater version of me to help them soar over that thing. Are you understand what I'm saying? Take that one word, turn it into a couple sentences, and there you have a motivational video, simple, straight to the point, light, love, motivation, inspiring, push it out and let it go. You understand what I'm saying? There's people that's posting back to back because they're listening to these people that say, oh, I posted every day for da-da-da, and then they try it. But what they're leaving out is the time that they did that, it wasn't a limit. as it is now. Y'all follow what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to explain with the scripture. When they talk about stuff in the scripture, that's not what's happening now. That's what was happening then. We're greater than the ones in the scripture. That's why we have to, glory be unto the Lord. But this is what I'm telling you about algorithm. This is what I'm telling you about social media. This is what I'm telling you about Facebook, IG, TikTok, and YouTube. Glory be unto the Lord. I put all my content on the same thing, but sometimes I post at different times because this one is popping and this one's not. This one's gonna limit me and this one's gonna open me. Glory be unto the Lord. So you have to understand that. Like I said, I have millions of pages. Why? Because that's the same thing that these agencies were doing. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. You don't need no agency. You got the God that has created the heaven and earth. You don't need an agency. These people are lazy. And they probably had the funds to do that. And they don't, you understand what I'm saying? Like but you're not them. You're a hardworking person. So I created all these pages and I just started posting my videos on those pages. It was working, then it got limited. On TikTok at least. And they started to do a voice check. They started to do music check. They started to do all these things like, nah, we ain't letting you go viral twice on 2 different pages. You see what I'm saying? So you just got to play it differently, and that's why people do what they be doing. When I say simple content, let me add this in as a footnote. I literally mean simple content. All that transitioning, all that other stuff, I'm just trying to tell y'all, people get tired of that, bro. I'm literally trying to tell you. People like simple stuff, bro. Look at the people that go viral. It's simple. They don't even really be taking too much time to make their content. Look at my content. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really looking at it as I'm talking to my friend. I'm not worrying about the people that ain't my friend. I'm not worrying about the people that ain't on what I'm on. I keep it simple. Keep it simple. You feel me? Just keep it simple. That's why I told y'all, make a new email, make a name that matters. We can talk about the bio, make it professional. Take your time and make it professional. And even though I got all these pages, y'all don't need to have all those pages because y'all have me to help you. And we could do that all right here. That's why I was saying 17 and up. They got 17-year-olds that want to make content. We can help them right now. In the ministry, support one another. Glory be unto the Lord. You see what I'm saying? It's that simple. Rather than fighting with a world and the algorithm and AI just to try to find a few people to share your video. You can probably have great content, but you're in a world that is becoming limited. You're in a bubble that is becoming shrunk because now money is involved. And everybody's sitting there saying whatever they're saying, like, oh, they're giving me this much, they're giving me that much. They're like, okay, now we got to change it. And now we got to be more strict on what we're allowing. Are you understand what I'm saying? That's the battle right there. And that's why I said I can't really say the plan in the masses, because if I do, then it's going to mess everything up for us. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to mess up everything up for God's plan. And that's what people be messing up at, is because they want to share it to the whole world. But what did God say? Go to the upper room and talk to your people. Keep it secret. Because now you're teaching the wicked people how to do it, and now it turns into a scam. And look what happened. Things that were made for the righteous are now being scammed. And then they become limited. Now Chase ain't letting you withdraw a certain amount of money. Now the PP loan is asking for more information. You see what I'm saying? It's like you have to do it righteously. But I'm telling y'all, when y'all see the hashtags, keep those hashtags. If you're in love with your following like that, like, oh, that's you. You feel what I'm saying? They took my IG. I had 137,000. You know what I'm saying? Good people took it. All right, cool. It's their platform. There's nothing I can do about that. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm working it back up. You understand what I'm saying? I'm working it back up. And all I'm doing is being authentic. All I'm doing is using the tips that God gave me that I'm sharing with y'all. This is like I said before, this is for the ones that say they want to talk about the Lord or motivate the world or spread positivity and love. That's who I'm talking to. And when dancing, I ain't no dancer. You see what I'm saying? Unless you're going to say a positive message. I mean, I can help you make content, but you really got to stay with it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't literally lean on me to do everything. I could just help you come up with your videos. You know what I'm saying? If you're stuck on how to say something, I can help you. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dancing, like I said, if you're going to say something motivating while you dancing, maybe that'll work. But like I said, we have a great, unity right here where I know people don't argue with what I say. They really support everything that I do, but you just have to remain authentic. You know what I'm saying? You got to remain in charge and dedicated. And that's what works. But you don't have to kill yourself about it, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't slay yourself like, oh, I'm drained. These people be talking about I'm tired because they doing so much. Once you start tap dancing, you can't stop. Dance, boy. That's how it's gonna be. Like, you're not gonna be able to stop. That's why I tell people, how you come in, you're gonna have to stay that way until you build your garden of righteous people who love you for you. Then you bring your businesses out. Then you bring your rap music out. Then you bring your poems out. Then you bring your art out. But if you're just coming out and you know you're just working on it, don't expose that to people yet. Talk to the people. Unless you really know it's that art and you took your time and you graphical with it and you got the right angles to, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I highly recommend everybody just talk and introduce yourself. That's how class used to start when we grew up, right? And everybody was nervous to stand up, say where they was from, what they like to do. Everybody had palms sweaty. That's all I'm saying. It's just, that's all you got to do with social media. Hey, guys. And then introduce yourself through your gifts and through your words and through what you love. 15, 30. And then people are like, oh, I like you. You might be ugly, but I like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people used to dog me out when I first came out, but don't worry about none of that, bro. Don't worry about none of that, sis. Just be you. Be authentic. Your people are going to love you. You know what I'm saying? That's why we going to grow. We going to be the thing like, dang, it's really unity over there. It's really love over there. They support one another over there. They don't judge each other over there. They just really want to see everybody win. And that's what I'm saying. I want to see everybody win. That's why I made the community on here, because I know it's authentic people. It's not weirdos. You feel what I'm saying? It's not crown chewers, roach demons, love leeches. It's real authentic people that's like, okay, I'm going to try that. And don't get frustrated is if your content is being judged. You know what I'm saying? Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Good criticism is good criticism. Do y'all see what I do? I set a camera up, I record, and I put it out. I don't be doing what everybody else be doing with all that other stuff because it's not needed. I'm not trying to lure y'all. I just talk to y'all, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I just talk to y'all. And when I see people trying to get into that, like, oh, I gotta have this set up. All right, cool, you can. But imagine doing all that setup and you only get 20 views. You're gonna be devastated. You're gonna be punching at the air. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be shedding tears into your pillow thinking you ain't worth nothing. I'm just saying, build your garden first before you do all of that. Before you invest in everything that you invest in. Just build from the floor up. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with this job. Everybody don't believe it's a job, but it is a job. But I got to build it from the floor up. And I got to be authentic about it. And I got to really stand on it. So if you look at your content before you upload it, look at it from a customer's view. Look at it from an audience view. Look at it from somebody that respects content and say, well, they respect this. Don't just be like, oh, this is me. No, like literally, like, nah, that ain't it. Do it again. When I make my videos, sometimes it take me a minute. Because I want it to be a certain way. I want it to tingle my spirit. If it don't tingle my spirit, I know it's not going to tingle nobody else's. So take your time with it because it's you. It's a representation of you. And can you keep doing that day in and day out, day in and day out? If not, don't make that the gift that you put out first. You want to use the greatest gift that is simple, but can give you the largest increase. And then you can start taking the eggs that you put in other baskets and moving those ducks out of those rows and aligning them behind that first gift. Glory you go. You know what I'm saying? Glory be to the Lord. What did I leave out? I want to make sure that I got everything. Probably in another one I'll come back with the keywords. When you're doing your bios, we could talk about that right quick. When you're doing your bios, look at my bio. Simple, straight to the point. It says what I represent. It says what I stand for. And I guess it explains what I created. You know what I'm saying? The link trees, Jesus. I went to some of y'all link trees. It's too confusing. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you want everybody to see, but sometimes it's gluttonous. It's too much you feeding them, and that's why a lot of people don't like to hit your links. I promise you. Don't be greedy. Just find that one or that two, but 20, Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Jesus. What are you exposing to these people when they come to it? Are you all about the money, or are you really about the embracement? Are you really about the love? And I'm about the love. If we serve God, then we can't serve money. If we serve money, then we can't serve God. Everybody knows that. So that's what I'm saying. Come at it at a God level, step by step. When people go to your link tree, they want to see professionalism. Glory be unto the Lord. They want to see simplicities. Glory be unto the Lord. When it becomes too confusing, maybe I'm just talking for myself, but I'm like, I don't really want to indulge in that. It's too confusing. Glory be unto the Lord. You feel me? All right, cool. What else we got? When you're making your videos, make sure the lighting is good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure there's not too much noise in the background. You get me? I don't know what it is about a car, but people love those car videos. People love the car videos, or not too much going on in the background. Glory be unto the Lord. That's two things right there that makes a big difference. A big difference. Big difference. Just telling you, man. Okay? So, once you work on that, I think I got everything. If I'm missing anything, write it down in the comments below. I'll answer it in the next video if I need to drop another video. But I will add a link, okay? And this is how we're going to do it. And I'm just going to use a simple video. I'm going to put a simple link out there, all the links. And this is how I want to share you guys' stuff. You feel what I'm saying? We might just start with 5 people for that whole week so we can build them up and then move to the next people who really are there. Some of y'all don't really like making content. Y'all just like to support content. That's cool. You feel me? But don't feel like you're not going to be seen. Don't try to rush your content and be like, oh, Black, no, we're not doing that, bro. We're about love. We're representing God. And I'm not saying that you have to talk about God, but you're a great gift formed by the great hands of our Lord. So you're still representing God. So don't rush it. Your time, you will be seen. This is just a love thing. You feel me? So in the description, it's going to have TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and IG. And all you got to do, comment, share it to your stories, and that's all we got to do. And when you have 600 people, I don't know how many people be watching these videos, for real. I think a couple videos are 1,000. If we do have an active 1,000 people sharing your videos, you're always going to be up like a thumb. You feel what I'm saying? So glory be unto the Lord to that. This is the first step of just building and showing people what we're going to be doing here. This can be our new business. And this is the way. Hold on, let me add this too. In this ministry, I want to show people that it's not always about money. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways that you can push a tide into somebody. You know what I'm saying? Let's get away from the money for right now and just show love and unity. You know what I'm saying? Having an online ministry, having an online gathering, having an online fellowship is safe. You feel me? The churches, we need money to keep the churches open. We got technology now. You get me? So we don't have to always have to put money into it. I come on here to talk to y'all because I love y'all and I want y'all to see what God can do with us. And this is a way that we can pay the tithes to the people of our congregation, is to pay it forward through sharing, through reposting, to getting them monetized. It makes sense now, right? You see what I'm saying? That's how we can push our tithes. This Sunday, these 5 individuals from Sunday to Saturday will push a tithe through them by just sharing their content. Or the next 5 or the next 10, whatever energy y'all got. Why scroll and watch random people when you could be looking at those people that share the same fellowship that you share and share the same level of light that you have and have the same heart that you have? Share theirs first and then get to scrolling through the randoms. You see what I'm saying? That's one way that we can tide. That's one way we can tie in and trap ourselves in the love. And that's what I'm saying, bro. It's real easy. You're like, dang, I feel appreciated. I really see, I'm really being seen now. Glory be unto the Lord. I'm being heard now. I'm not just making content for random people. I'm making content for my people, for my friends, for my family, for those that love the Lord, that won't judge me, will just embrace me. Are you following what I'm saying? That's what we're going to start doing. That's why I wanted to make this video so y'all know what I can push, because I'm not going to embarrass my friend. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put y'all out there and be sharing stuff and getting you ridiculed. No, I'm going to tell you, if you really love that, that's what you want to put out, all right, cool. But yeah, if y'all take the time, share what's in the description, get used to the YouTube, find the community chat, you feel me? And then we'll start playing around in there. But listen, please just don't be overwhelmed over there. You see what I'm saying? Because if everybody's like me, when y'all start doing too much, I don't want to be a part of it. And I don't want that to happen. I want us to be professional. Okay? I want us to really work together. Once again, this is just content. It's social media. Let's relax. There's other great things that's going to take place, but let's just be the prime example and a great example on how to unify. All right? Because if you start throwing your stuff over there and it's just making it look nasty over there, ban, blocked, and booted. And don't take it like, oh, he don't like me. I do. I just don't like what you're doing. You feel me? And I got to limit that because I want everybody to be seen and I want everybody to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Because we're creating a new way to enjoy social media. We're creating a new way and a new path to get God's light out of there because right now the world is wicked and all they want to share is negativity and stuff that's going to compress energies and keep people depleted. So I'm creating a new path and I just need you guys to help me with that. Okay? So if I tell you at the end of the videos, check the description, check the description. Don't be like, oh, when am I gonna get mine? You gonna get yours. I promise. I'm making promises to you guys because I promise you there's something great happening. But I'm not like them, bro. I'm not gonna just put it out there to make it look like I'm great. We are great. And I'm gonna make sure that we get the grapes attached to our vine because we're attached to the true vine. Okay? So let's work together. As 150M, we are really him. So we need to take time to make ourselves professional. And that's why I told y'all, make a new email, 150M. You could use your name, 150M. Don't make it difficult, okay? Take time to make new pages if you have to. If you love your pages, just clean them up. I always tell people, if you look at your videos and there's nothing above 1,000 views, delete it. You can always repost it later if you want to be lazy, but okay. You know what I'm saying? Authentic content is authentic content. All right? Glory be unto the Lord Jehovah Jireh for sure. Hopefully this helps y'all for the ones that have been asking me. Hopefully this inspires y'all for the ones that have been nervous. Don't be nervous. You have a family here that's going to support what you do. Just take your time with it and have fun with it. I don't care how many times you got to do it over. When you see that one that works, this is the one, okay? Glory be unto the Lord. And learn how to edit. Do we got to talk about that in the next video? Let me know in the comments below, but definitely drop 3 juice in a hand clap. Make sure the hand clap matches your profile picture and have a wonder-filled day. But definitely hit the description, share, repost, commentate so we can all levitate. All right? Blessings be to you, my loved ones.